up, Yankee fans? I'm your host, Ryan Garcia, and I realize, or I think I realize, not sure if my mic is on, and I can't tell because, yeah, my mic may not be on. Hmm. Let me know if you can hear me right now. Oh, it is on. My monitor is just not working. That's interesting. Anywho, hope everyone's doing well. I am sorry for not streaming more frequently. That will be happening more. You are getting a stream tomorrow morning as well. That is something that we are doing more often. And that's something we're going to be doing, you know, just kind of in general. So we're going to be doing more streams. That's kind of like a before we talk about this show. Doing more streams, doing more post game stuff, doing morning shows on Fridays. Those are things we're going to do. I want to do more live shows. We're doing Sunday live shows as well. So with all of that stuff out of the way, um, I think that's all of the not what's the word for it? Business out of the way. Let's get into some baseball talk here because we got a lot to talk about here. The New York Yankees take a 6-3 victory over the Rays, and this was a game that felt like it would be a disaster for the New York Yankees. Will Warren really struggled. The Yankee offense didn't capitalize more in the first. They were in a position where they could have put up 2, 3, 4 runs, really put Taj Bradley, just put him away for good. And instead, what ends up happening is the New York Yankees were in a position to win this game because of their bullpen. And not to say that their bullpen is perfect. The Yankee bullpen is not perfect. But for what they did tonight, for what Ryan Yarbrough was able to do, for what Tim Hill was able to do, for what Ian Hamilton was able to do, and of course, in the final inning, Devin Williams, quick, painless, easy, just picks up the save. No worries, just threw 6 pitches, attacked the zone early and often, put the Rays in the back foot, on their back foot, and just a clean, easy save. It's what you want from Devin Williams. I mean, I just can't say enough good things about the back end of this bullpen. The best guys in this bullpen are really, really damn good. Tim Hill has been striking out way more hitters this year. The strikeout has been something he can go to now, and that's something that I think, honestly, is a game changer for him because he can miss bats now. He can get strikeouts. It puts less pressure on the defense. It puts less pressure on Tim Hill to make a perfect pitch. It puts less pressure on, the pitching staff to come in and bail him out if he can't get that ground ball double play. Tim Hill's continued to evolve. He's continued to develop. There are flowers to be given kind of all around here. Ian Hamilton, 3 strikeouts, just comes in and wipes the Rays out and delivers 1 2/3 innings of really strong play. The Yankees really only burn 3 relievers. Williams should be good to go for tomorrow, and they'll have 4 other relievers to go with them. It's going to put pressure on Carlos Rodon, and that's not great because Rodon hasn't been consistent for the Yankees this year. But what he has done is consistently pitch deep into games. So I'm confident the Yankees won't have to lean on their bullpen too much tomorrow. But the story, I think, today was Ben Rice, because Ben Rice picks up 4 hits, a double, 2 RBIs, a big 2 RBI hit to really break this game open and give the Yankees a comfortable lead. Ben Rice, I don't know if there are enough adjectives or superlatives to properly describe how good this young man has been for the New York Yankees. He is a true, true hitter. He can crush the ball. And he can, more importantly, he can recognize his zone so well that when there's a pitch he has to hit, he swings. When there's a pitch he has no business doing damage on, he lays off. Tonight he had 4 hits, 5 batted balls, 5 balls in play. And in those 5 batted balls, the softest hit one was 94.6 miles per hour. Let's list off the batted ball, the exit velos for Ben Rice today because they were brilliant. We've got Kindo's ball in here for, and I think this is something you really want to hear. I think this is specifically curated. This is content specifically curated for Ken at this point. 110 miles an hour for his double down the line, 107 miles an hour on his ground out, his final at bat, 106 miles an hour on a single the third inning, 96.6 miles an hour on a single off Manuel Rodriguez, the 2 RBI hit, and the first single he had in the first inning, 94.6 miles an hour. He just he puts so many balls in play that are just rocketed. He is such a good hitter. He is, in my opinion, the second best hitter on the team. I don't care how crazy of an exaggeration that is. I don't care if that's an overreaction. I'm going to bet on the fact that I was high on Ben Rice coming into the year, and I'm going to continue to roll that bet and take it to the point where, yeah, I think he's the second best hitter on the New York Yankees. The data is excellent. The underlying metrics from last year were better than the results. And then more importantly, he's going to have so much leg room to keep this going because he is so damn good at everything offensively. Hits the ball hard, makes good swing decisions, makes a ton of contact. He is the ideal MLB hitter. He is. He's going to do a lot of really good things for this team if he keeps this process in place. Just beyond excited about what Ben Rice has contributed so far on the season. Beyond impressed, of the opinion that this is a premium hitter and someone who should hit either 1 or 2 for the Yankees for the next few years because he is that damn good. I also wanted to highlight the performance of Oswaldo Cabrera, who had a walk, 2 hits, and a solo home run, his first extra base hit of the season. His numbers of the season are looking a lot better. And look, I don't think he is a great option at third base, but I think he's a serviceable player against right-handed pitching. And at the end of the day, as long as you're good against right-handed pitching, there's a role for you at the big league level, especially considering that he is graded out as a good defender at third base for the entirety of his career. I'm not sure what the defensive numbers look like to start the year this year because it's a small sample size, and I'm not going to give too much credence to defense. Even with Jason Dominguez, like he has 3 defensive runs saved out there. I don't think he's going to put up 10 or 12 defensive runs saved this year. But it'd be cool if he did. I just don't think he will. I like more of a sample size for defense. And that's just kind of where I've historically been at. His numbers against right-handed pitching have slowly improved throughout the year. He got off to a slow start against righties. So, I think he's going to be able to hit righties this year, and I think that's going to be in his tool bag for the entire season. Games like tonight will keep him in the lineup, and games like tonight will keep him in circulation, and games like tonight are why the Yankees believe in him. So, I've never really been outside of 2022 when he was pulling everything in the air and hitting home runs. I was kind of like, Oswaldo Cabrera needs to show me more because he has kind of lost that, hey, I'm going to pull everything in the air mentality. But tonight we saw a lot of pulled contact and we saw a lot of good things as a result. So hopefully that's a sign of something he's going to do moving forward because Oswaldo Cabrera needs to pull the ball in the air to have success. He needs to pull the ball in general to have success, especially when it comes to hitting for power. He's not going to be able to hit for power if he's not pulling the ball consistently. I did see that his pull air percentage has been up a little bit at times. Actually, it crashed down a little bit, so maybe there's nothing there of note. Moving on, though, to another hitter who I thought was integral to this win. Look, Goldschmidt, 2 more hits today, another multi-hit game for Paul Goldschmidt. And the Yankees as a whole, 11 hits, 4 walks, only 5 strikeouts, 6 runs on the board. This offense hits, man. This team can hit. This team puts up runs. This team is now, they have a 6.3 position player WAR. It's almost a win better than every other team in baseball. Their offense has a 140 WRC plus. That is the highest in baseball. They're 345 OBPs, the third highest in baseball. They're 260 average, the 4th highest in baseball. They're 41 slug, the highest in baseball. 34 home runs, tied for the most in baseball. In terms of stolen bases, they're actually getting a little bit better on the bases. They got off to a bad start. They're 15 for 19 in stolen bases. That is a really, really high percentage on decent volume. It's 78.9%, which is a little bit lower. My math actually isn't that great. That's on me, guys. With decent volume and decent efficiency, I think they can run the bases pretty well, and I think that that's going to be something they can have in their tool bag. We saw good defense tonight as well. Aaron Judge with a rocket throw and an RBI single. The New York Yankees entering play today were third in defensive runs saved at plus 13. In terms of outs above average, they were seventh with 3. And in terms of fielding run value, they were second with 6. So far, the Cardinals seem to be the best defensive team in baseball early on. Again, too early to deduce who's good or bad defensively, but early on, the Yankees have been very good defensively. They've been roughly league average on the bases, and they have been hitting home runs. So those are good keys to winning baseball games. They just are. And as a pitching staff, the ERA is coming down a bit. Now their ERA as a team is 4.15. That's 20th in baseball. It's not great. It's not, what you want, but it's steadily improving. Their strikeout to walk rate, 14.9%. That is right now the 9th highest mark in baseball. So I think we're going to see a little bit of ERA regression for them. I think that their home run per 9 rate is a little bit inflated, and that their ability to miss bats will eventually shine through. This bullpen, again, remains really, really damn good. So far, they're first in strikeout percentage at 30.4%. And in terms of ERA, or ERA minus, which is, league adjusted ERA, available on Fangraphs, they're 8th. So their bullpen striking dudes out. Way too many walks still. That's an issue, but I think that that'll be an issue remedied by some reinforcements. So a really, really damn good offensive showing, a really damn good pitching showing outside of Will Warren, who needs to attack with the fastball up and in more. Those are just kind of immediate thoughts rattling through my brain. More fastballs up and into lefties. Please, please, please. Way too predictable there. That drove me up a wall, but that's a whole other conversation. I will have that conversation, a full-fledged episode, because I could go on for hours about Will Warren not throwing fastballs up and into lefties, and I could really, really get animated about it, and I think that that's something that, deserves a more fleshed-out conversation. We're going to quickly remind you guys to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell if you're watching on YouTube. And if you're here watching on Twitter, make sure to follow, repost, all that stuff, and then check out our YouTube page and subscribe there. We do episodes and we have content coming out every single day. We've got great stuff on social media. We're going to soon drop our Aspen Player of the Week poll on Twitter, Instagram, and Instagram, so that you guys can vote on who the Aspen Vodka Player of the Week should be. Aspen Vodka is a sponsor for the Fireside Yankees page. Aspen Vodka delivers a great product. It's a phenomenal product. Their product is featured in the espresso martinis that are served at Yankee Stadium. They've generated a lot of buzz on social media. Please drink responsibly, and only if you're over the age of 21 in the United States. Other countries follow their laws there. Now that ad stuff and the self-promotions are out of the way, let's talk a little bit. I'm going to talk a little bit about the farm system, because there are some guys I want to talk about, and then we're going to get into the comment section. So don't worry if your question hasn't been answered. I will get to it. And if you do have questions, you can throw them in now as you kind of think of them. I will get to every single question in the comment section, guaranteed. This live stream will not end until I get through every single question. So there's that. First, I want to talk about Spencer Jones. Spencer Jones picked up 3 hits, 2 home runs, didn't strike out once today. The Somerset Patriots lost. They had Cam Schlittler on the bump. He had 1 earned run, 5 unearned runs. He had 6 runs allowed, but only 1 of them were earned. 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, 6 hits. Wasn't great. I mean, he just didn't have his best command, and his defense betrayed him at times. So I don't think he's going to look at this start and hang it on a banner, but I also don't think he should be widely criticized for what was not like the defense kind of really did him in here. But Spencer Jones was remarkable. Again, 3 hits, 2 of them home runs, 3 RBIs. Hit one of them 113.5, the other 111.7. He has 5 home runs in the season. He didn't have his 5th home run until, I believe, his 45th game of the year last year. And last year, only had 1 multi-homer game. This year alone, he already has 2. So we're seeing some more home run power. The strikeout rate's a little bit lower than where it was last year. Not considerably lower, just a tad bit. But the game power is considerably better than where it was last year. And in my opinion, and we talked about this with Brickner of Baseball Prospectus right here on Fireside Yankees. You should check out that interview. It was a great one. But how much does your strikeout rate matter if you're putting up really good production? At the end of the day, Spencer Jones has hit at AA. He has hit pretty well at AA. In fact, going back to last June, he's been one of the best hitters in the Eastern League. The question is whether the strikeouts are enough of a deterrent to warrant him not being AAA ready. And I don't know where I sit on that. I think it's a lot more difficult to answer because, I don't have access to swing decision data. I don't have access to batted ball data. I don't have access to how he's performing against breaking balls. I don't have access against to how he's performing against fastballs. But Spencer Jones has an OPS of, if I'm not mistaken, we double check right now. I apologize for the loud typing, but that's just how I type. He has a 1.021 OPS to start the year, and he has the Eastern League lead in home runs with 5. So I think that matters, folks. I think it does. He's slugging 636. Again, 17 strikeouts in 12 games. It's not ideal. He has 17 strikeouts in 52 at-bats, which is a strikeout percentage of 52 play appearances. That's a strikeout percentage of 32.7%. It's lower than last year, but it's still high. And I think that's just he's just going to keep striking out. But if he keeps hitting home runs, how much does it end up mattering? That's a conversation we had there. And the other prospect I wanted to highlight, and we'll talk a little bit about him now, is Griffin Herring, who we had on the podcast. This is not me just talking about him because he was on the podcast, but he tossed 6 innings of 1-run baseball. He struck out 9. He walked 4. He allowed 3 hits. Very notably, he faced Jeff McNeil 3 times, and he set Jeff McNeil down 3 times. Jeff McNeil's a major league hitter. And I was very, very impressed with the way he was able to battle through because his command was leaving him in that 4th and 5th inning, and he figured it out. He tightened that up. And he pitched really damn well today. On the season, 16 1/3 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 7 walks, 22 strikeouts. He has faced, in terms of total batters faced, he has faced 68 batters. He has struck out 22 of them. That is a 32.4% strikeout rate, and his ground ball rate is north of 50%. Now, his walk rate is high. He's walked 7 of the 68 batters he's faced. That is a 10.3% walk rate. That's pretty high. But with a strikeout rate north of 30%, when you're talking about a strikeout to walk percentage of above 20%, with a walk rate of above 50%, with a 3-pitch mix is as dynamic and as excellent as Herring's, he is someone who I believe can rocket up the system fast, shouldn't be in double and single A for very long, could be in high A very, very soon. So very excited about Griffin Herring. Those are your 2 quick prospect reports for this live stream. We'll have a full-fledged post for the prospect of the day tomorrow, which we're doing on a regular basis now. Let's move on to the comment section because we have a bevy of questions here. Kid knows ball, it's on. Yep, I didn't know if my mic was on. Thank you, appreciate you, man. The ball knowers, people who can read analytics, are right about Ben Rice. Look, Ben Rice had a lot of reasons to believe in him going into the year. The underlying data was really good. There were also reasons to doubt him. Don't get me wrong. He was not a perfect player. He is not a perfect player, and he was definitely not a perfect hitter. The lack of a true position also puts a lot of pressure on the bat, so he has to be a really good hitter in order for him to be a really good player. He can't rely on good defensive value or good defensive production at a premium position to allow him to provide value. And I don't say that as like, oh, shortstops, they accumulate WAR, they don't deserve it. Shortstop WAR is fake. It's just that when you don't play a valuable position, like Ben Rice, the DH and first baseman primarily, your value is inherently limited. So Ben Rice's value is inherently limited because of it, but he's such a good hitter that he's making the most out of it, and he's been so damn good. So, Ken, I agree that the ball knowers are right about Ben Rice. I'm not writing off that there were concerns. I'm not writing off that it was flawed. I'm not trying to be Mr. Revisionist History, but I do think that people were a little bit I think people were too pessimistic on Ben Rice, and he's been really, really damn good. Ben Rice is the truth. I agree, Cole. Do you think Will Warren was pulled too early? I know he won, but I think it would have been good for him to go another inning or 2. This is where, and I'm gonna let the juices flow a little bit. I'm gonna let myself talk about baseball and be passionate about it and do it in a controlled, responsible way. But this is how I feel about the situation. As a baseball fan, you can argue that Will Warren shouldn't have been pulled there. that you look at your bullpen and you go, hey, let's save the bullpen. Like, we have a 4-game series. We've got a ton of games to play. Let's save the bullpen. But as a manager, you have to put your team in a position to win. But also, there are certain things that just, I don't know, they drive me up a wall. You're ahead of the count against Ben Rortvet. And you miss out of zone time and time again. You don't show not one fastball up and in. Not one. This is a guy with a negative WRC plus, 0 for 17 on the season. You have got to challenge him with a fastball inside. You cannot, and I truly mean, you cannot go outside fastball, outside changeup, outside. Go inside, attack inside. You've got to throw a fastball inside. All start, didn't throw a fastball inside. Not a single pitch up and in. As a lefty, you're comfortable, man. Everything away. If it's tailing and down, it's a changeup. If it's away and it's staying straight, it's a fastball. If it's bending a lot and catching the outside part of the plate, it's a breaking ball. You know what it is out of the hand, man. You know what it is out of the hand. If you're not comfortable throwing inside to big league lefties, you cannot be on a big league mound. That's what at that point as a manager, I'm sorry. You got to come out of the game. You've got to come out of the game. You have to. Can't walk a guy up 0-2 who has a negative WRC plus and is 0 for freaking 17. As a manager, you got to pull him. Have to pull him. Have to. Sorry. You have learned from this. Got to come out the game. Because you got to give your team a chance. You got to give your team a shot. And Warren was not pitching like a guy giving his team a shot. And I am still of the belief that Will Warren will be fine. That he is not a bad starting pitcher. That he is not a bad pitcher. That he will have major league success in some capacity. But, I just can't get behind the way he pitched today. And it was really bad. It was his worst start, in my opinion, by far, of the season. After his best start, by far, of the season. He's young, can work through it. It's a learning moment. But he's got to get comfortable throwing that fastball inside. He's got to. Absolutely has to. And that's why I think Aaron Boone was more than justified in pulling him. You have got to pitch better. You have got to pitch smarter. You have got to do better. Have to. Somebody, yeah, you should be victory lapping. He's that good. Let's go Yankees. Pito. Let's go Yankees. We love Devin Williams. We do. I think the Devin Williams hate was so damn forced. I thought it was so damn forced. I really did. Would like Goldie to pick up his defense. A few missed opportunities for him defensively so far. I'm going to take the L on this. And I want to shout out Twitter user at Yankees Stats. I'm kind of stunned that @ wasn't taken before May 2023. That's kind of stunning. First off, shout out for picking up that @ that's a golden @ It's a really good @ clean, good, looks good. Number 2, he pointed out that is Will Warren's ball. And Will Warren should have taken that ball to the bag. And I agree. He should have taken that ball to the bag. Have to just go, and go. I will take the L on that. But yes, Warren was not like not Warren. Excuse me. Goldie has made some bad defensive plays this year. Like he's had some moments where you're like, what are we doing? He's a much better defender than he has shown thus far, or he should be a better defender than he's shown thus far. That's what I'll say. So yeah. The Yankees looked awesome tonight, especially without Judge having a homer or go 3 for 4. And the Yankees look extremely good and have run 4 in a row. The Yankees look good, man. Yankees look good, man. Yankees look good. They look good. They're a good team. They're 12-7 on the year. They're what? 12-7. That's okay. Let's just do some basic math. 12 divided by 19. That's a 631 winning percentage. It's a 102 win pace, guys. They're playing good baseball. They're playing really good baseball. They're looking good. They're pitching better. They're still hitting. This is a good team. It's a good team. That's how I feel about it. Rice on fire, absolutely. Do you think Carrasco will be good against the Rays? No. I think that him at GMS against the Rays, who hit really well, especially at home, is a disaster. The Rays this year entering play today. We're second in WRC plus as a team. They don't actually hit for as much power as I thought they do. 20 home runs. It's 14th. Okay, they don't hit as well as they thought they did. Okay. But I do think they're a bad matchup for Carlos Carrasco. I think Carlos Carrasco will struggle in the start. But that's also because I don't think Carlos Carrasco's good. So, yeah. Yeah. I hope he's good. Hope he's good. Not putting up bad vibes out there. Just bars low. Yeah, Will Warren struggled. Yeah, he got, look, 0-2 counts killed him. He was there. He was in the driver's seat. He just wouldn't go inside lefties. I really think that I just think it's you've got to make more aggressive pitches and be more comfortable throwing up and in. You have to be. Also, you got to let Wells catch Warren. I don't think that's why that happened. I don't think that's why he struggled because JC Escarra framed pitches really well today. His presentation is beautiful. His hands are quick. They're smooth. He's got great wrist control, phenomenal wrist control. He's got a really, really, really good feel for framing pitches bottom up. And then the other thing I really like about JC Escarra is I don't think he calls bad pitches. I just don't think Warren was comfortable going inside the guys. I don't think Warren's comfortable attacking that part of the plate. I don't. That's on him. That's not on the catcher. The catcher, Escarra, was brilliant. I mean, look at how the bullpen looked. Yankees allowed 3 runs today. 3. 1 was Will Warren. 2 was a home run from Yarbrough. That didn't present an issue for the other guys. Ian Hamilton, he didn't struggle. Ryan Yarbrough got through more innings, or got more outs than Warren did. Tevin Williams, 6 pitches. Was easy for him. Tim Hill. I mean, the presentation. You guys can't see my hands on this, but the presentation, the way he just sticks it. He's such a good framer. It's not his fault. JC Escarra, I thought, caught a beautiful game. Yeah, so, look, it was a funny tweet. It was a hilarious tweet. The one thing I will say is that if he does get suspended for tweeting that, it goes from funny to bad and funny to stupid. It is against the Major League rules. You cannot tweet at that point in time, and you cannot criticize MLB officiating as well publicly. So that's how I feel. Like, I just feel like as long as he just gets fined, I don't care, and it's funny. But if he does get suspended, it stops being funny and it starts being, all right, what are we doing, right? Like, we got to rein that in a little bit. But I love Jazz, and I think he gets way too much crap online. I think he's a better hitter than people think. Do you think Ben has to be the worst starter in the rotation if he got called up tomorrow? No, he'd be better than Carlos Carrasco. This is a hot take I have. I'm not sure how far I'm willing to go with this, but I think Ben Hess is like 3 months away from being a big league caliber pitcher. Ben Hess has one of the best fastballs. He has the best fastball in the Yankee organization. He's got the best curveball in the Yankee organization. And he's got a good changeup and a pretty good gyro slider. Willing to wager this guy's big league ready. Like, I'm not saying he's going to get called up. Like, I don't know what the Yankees' plan for him is, but I would wager that he is better than most people think and that he would outpitch Carlos Carrasco tomorrow. That's how good Ben Hess's stuff is. Now, to clarify, I'm talking minor league. Because best fastball is obviously Luis Gil. His fastball is better than Ben Hess's. I argue a wall. Low release height, low arm angle, good IVB, tons of velo. That's the best fastball in the organization. And you could argue for Loaiza's sinker is the best fastball in the organization. So there's that too. And Fried's curveball is clearly better than Ben Hess's. I'm sorry. I don't care about pitch shapes at that point. Fried's pitch shapes on his curveball are ridiculous. right, you should be able to hear me now. I this is hilarious. I muted my mic. Yeah, I pressed the mute button, and I just couldn't see that. I swear to God, like I pressed the mute button, I just didn't notice. Don't know when that happened. But I'm going to answer this question from Drew again. I'm going to start from the top. We're just going to rebound from there. We're going to pretend I didn't just press my mute button and pause the stream for about a minute and a half, 2 minutes, maybe 3. Yeah, that totally, just going to pretend it didn't happen. In regards to the best curveball in the organization, it's Max Fried and Clark Schmidt have better curveballs than Ben Hess, in my opinion. I'm referring to the minor league side when I say best fastball, best curveball, best this in the organization. I should have clarified that. That's on me. But in regards to Ben Hess's fastball is the best for any prospect in the organization, in my opinion. A little bit better than Bryce Cunningham's, just a little bit better. Bryce Cunningham's is pretty good too. Best curveball in the minor league side, I'll give to Ben Hess as well. I think he has the third best curveball when you factor in major league pitchers as well, because yeah. And then off speed, I don't know the vertical break and velocity on his changeup, but I know the horizontal break is pretty good. Would like to see the vertical break before I give anything a grade. And then the slider, I need to see the specs on it before I give it a grade. So, fastball, curveball are really good. And Ben Hess could be a major league starter soon. I think he should be a big leaguer by the end of the year if he keeps pitching the way he has to start the year. If his stuff holds, yeah, he should be a big leaguer. So, yeah. Ryan Garcia, hot take. Ryan Garcia, hot take. Judge is the best fastball in the organization. He probably could throw absolute gas. Rodriguez Cruz, yeah, he has a good fastball too. If you wanted me to ask me who has the best pitch in the organization, I think it's Fernando Cruz's splitter. And that's the best pitch I've ever seen, to be honest with you guys. Like for a Yankee, like in the last 5 years. Oh my God, is that pitch good? Let's see. More questions. What did Jazz Chisholm tweet? Okay, so he tweeted I believe the exact words were not even effing close. That is tweeting and criticizing the umpires, and you're not allowed to do that, unfortunately. So yeah, he's probably gonna get fined. Yeah, they're a big BABIP team, but I think it kind of works for him. It's not that JC Scar is bad, but Wells been catching for a minute. Maybe better for Will's confidence. Maybe, but I think at the end of the day, you just got to be able to go out there and pitch and throw your fastball up and in. I'm sorry. You just have to. What do you think they're going to do when Stanton comes back? I have no idea. I'm going to be so honest. I don't have an idea. I really, really, really don't. I wish I did. I just don't. I don't know what they should do. I don't, because they shouldn't sit Ben Rice. They can't afford to sit a right-handed hitter. God, I don't know, man. I don't. This one's tough for me. I don't know. Rice to third, though, that's better than sitting Rice. Putting Rice in a position where he can't afford to hit, where he would be like a negative 20 defensive run saved guy, is better than not playing him. That's kind of how crazy I'm about his bat. Rookie Tanaka's splitter is up there. That's a great point. And then, yes, Miller's slider, but Tantz's fastball, absolutely. I'm just thinking the last 5-6 years, I think Cruz's splitter is the best pitch I've seen. Yeah. Carl Stanton, the third baseman, would be chills. Yes, it would be. Yeah, the Yankees need another starter. I think Rodon will correct things as the season goes on. I actually like his stuff. He still gets swings and misses. Damage contact's a problem, but it's not more of a problem than it was last year. It's the same amount of a problem as it was last year. And the strikeout rate's up. I think he'll be better. I think he'll be fine. I'm in a give it time mode for him. Don't want to depend on Hio to come back and immediately be good. Don't want to do that because he's coming back from injury. And then in regards to needing a starter, Pablo Lopez, please. I'd do anything for Pablo Lopez to be a New York Yankee. Anything. Zebby Matthews is a fun pick. I think the Twins would prefer to trade him for a young bat, but I don't know who we can offer. That's a young bat that I'd want to trade. I don't want to trade Dominguez. I don't want to trade Rice. So I'm not sure what the game plan be there. And if he's really good, which he has been in AAA this year and has really good stuff, I think the Twins would just opt to keep him. So I think the Twins would only trade him if we give up Ben Rice, and I don't really want to give up Ben Rice or Jason Dominguez for Zeppy Matthews. Yeah, he's special. He's really good. It's just that like what it would take to get him is a lot. I'm gonna start wrapping things up here in the final few minutes. And we'll do a live show tomorrow. We'll talk for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. We really want to let that show ride. So be on the lookout for that. We're gonna do a little bit of prospect talk, a little bit of major league talk, preview the rest of the series, talk about the sweep, so on and so forth. Yeah, I think he has closer stuff and he's got an electric temperament, but I also think it's about reining it in and being a starter because he's capable of doing it. Jones and Hampton for Alcantara, that wouldn't get it done. The Marlins would say no, so there's that. But I do think that Spencer Jones's trade value is higher than people are going to think because he is so damn good. He's so damn good at hitting the ball hard in the air and hitting home runs when he hits the ball hard in the air, which, of course, is something he's doing more this year. Yes, please stop throwing the four-seamer as much as he has. Please stop doing that. So, yeah. Anywho, gonna wrap things up here. We appreciate you guys so much for tuning in and checking out FSY. Check out the Fireside Yankees show. Checking out Fireside Yankees on YouTube. If you aren't subscribed, make sure you do that today. And, of course, check out Fireside Yankees on all of your favorite social media platforms on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, and, of course, this YouTube page. EmpireSportsMedia.com is where we've got written coverage of all of your New York sports teams. And finally, and most importantly, have a great rest of your day. The New York Yankees, winners of four straight, and leaders in the American League East as things stand on April 17th. And as they will stand as you wake up tomorrow morning on April 18th for another beautiful day. A really, really, really good game for the Yankees. 4 straight games where they've trailed and still won the game. I love Ben Rice. I do too. Thank you, Pito, for stopping by. And I don't know what's stopping him from doing it, but I think he still got to throw his four-seamer to some extent. And yeah, have a great rest of your day, everyone. And we'll see you guys next one. Peace out. Let's go, Yankees. Let's go first place, New York Yankees. Peace.